Hello, Taurus. We're going to see what's going on with you. We're going to look at the week of May 9th. Now, keep in mind, this is the first weekly of the month, so we are going to take a peek into last week. You know, I start out the month with the monthlies, and then we kind of skip that first week of the month. But it gets covered in this reading. So depending on when you're watching this, we are looking in that first week of May. So for you, we have the land between. We're kind of in this in-between zone. It's kind of on this card, if you can see it, there's like this little, I don't know, like seating area. So it's kind of like this rest spot in between. You might feel like you're kind of in between worlds. Like you've left something, but maybe something hasn't quite started yet. It's kind of a reprieve at this time. It's also kind of demonstrating, see how this piece of land has kind of risen up, right? So you're kind of above it all at this time. It may not feel that way, but it's kind of like your energy has essentially been removed from a situation, and you've been put on pause a little bit at this time before you can kind of cross over into the next thing. So we're going to see what that's talking about. So that's that first week of May. Now, Taurus, you just had an eclipse in your sign, and there's a lot of Taurus activity going on right now, right? We've got Uranus in Taurus. The Sun is meeting Uranus as I film today. They're in a conjunction, so that's brewing up all kinds of awareness and sudden change and all kinds of craziness. And then we have the eclipse at the end of this week that's in your opposing sign of Scorpio. So this is a big time for Taurus. So this week we have Truth Be Told, and you can see that that little cage has been opened up. So something's kind of coming out. Could be positive, could be a little shocking here. We're going to find out what that's about. And then this next week we've got You Are Not Alone. So you're definitely receiving a lot of higher guidance at this time. You might be seeing symbols, synchronicities, numbers. Kind of look out and pay attention to that. We'll see when we pull Tarot what we're getting there. I did just see the Magician and the Four of Cups, so there could be something about what is currently in your experience as being like, okay, this isn't what I wanted. There's a little bit of maybe disappointment with where things are sitting right now. But it does look like the new start you do desire is coming here. So let's find out. Now be sure to check out your other placements. This reading, of course, is not going to be for every single Taurus that watches. Now I will look into love and career and anything else I see, and I'll make mention of it. But be sure to check your other placements as well. And hit that like button, share, comment, subscribe. Any activity you put into the channel is helpful, and I appreciate it. So let's see what's going on for Taurus on this at this time. It's a big time. All right. You have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, you've kind of just been through a pretty tough cycle here. And while I do feel like you're keeping on here, you might be feeling a little worn out. So this period of time that's maybe there's not a whole lot changing, maybe there's not a whole lot happening that you were hoping would happen. Maybe time-wise you're a little frustrated with something because it's delayed. Just keep in mind that at this time it might actually be for your benefit. Rest up while you can, right? Take advantage of this time. We have the Emperor and Temperance. So lots of guardian angel energy showing up here for you this next week. I like that. We have the Devil. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. We've got Aries, Sagittarius here. The Empress. Holy cow. The Emperor and Empress. And this is your energy here, Taurus. Could also be Libra, but I'm feeling that is you. And then we have the Death card. Look at all these majors. Wow. 8 of Wands. Yeah, you're ready to get out of something here, and you're kind of tired of it. And it does feel like you're kind of you've probably got some people in your environment at this time, wherever you are at work or in your family dynamic or whatever, that feels like it's holding you down, like it's holding you stuck. And I do feel like that's going to change. I do feel like there's some impatience with it. Like, I just want to move forward. I am sick of waiting. I'm sick of being stuck. I'm tired. I'm tired of feeling stuck. That's kind of what I'm getting there. Oh my gosh, the 2 of Cups. Wow. Truth be told, it does look like there could be a revelation of some kind with an intense counterpart here. We're talking twin flame. We're talking deep soulmate connection here. It does feel romantic to me with the 2 of Cups here, the Empress and the Emperor. My. And then we have the Page of Swords. I do feel like you're getting some kind of incoming information, some higher guidance here. This is a time of rebirth, and it's almost like you're being signaled by your guides, by your angels, whatever it is that, you believe in, right? That is, they're dropping little hints that, hey, it's here. The rebirth, the change, the thing you were waiting for, it's showing up here. And I do feel like you're kind of, it's like you're slowly putting together those little puzzle pieces this next week in May. But I think what you're discovering is that this counterpart that's showing up here, wow, like, oh, this is my person. So this could be new. This could be someone that you have actually had in your field for some time, but perhaps it wasn't quite recognized, or it feels like someone here is going to reveal their feelings for you here, Taurus. So I do feel like after that kind of comes out of the bag, right? The cat's out of the bag. They've told you how they're feeling. It does look like you're probably going to be looking for that guidance, right? Like, is this what I think it is? With Temperance, the Emperor, and the Empress here, I feel like the only thing we're really missing here for me is the 4 of Wands when it comes to being a big twin flame signifier. So we'll see if that shows up, but we've got the 7 of Pentacles, King of Wands, Justice, 4 of Pentacles. I actually feel like this is the connection that you've been waiting for. The one that is going to bring this success, this love, this stability, this equal give and take. It's kind of like, I feel like it's going to light your fire here. So in this previous week, when we've been kind of waiting to get unstuck from something, this could be anything. It could be a job, family situation. Perhaps you've gotten out of a previous connection, or you're trying to get out of it, because you want to have that space open in your life for this connection to come in, but it's showing up here. So depending on if this is someone you know or not, we'll see if that shows up when we clarify. So let's dig into this. Why are we feeling stuck? And I keep feeling the need to tell you to have some patience here, because I feel like you're in this holding pattern right now for a reason. It's like it's for your own healing, your own, like recouping your energy stores is what I want to say. So while it might be frustrating, try and take advantage of the downtime, however that's showing up for you. Let's look at the Nine of Wands. We have that Page of Swords again. And the Queen of Swords. With the Devil, we have the King of Cups. And the Five of Cups. With the Eight of Wands. We have the Page of Wands. And the Two of Pentacles. I do feel that you are kind of sitting in this Queen of Swords energy at this time, Taurus, and it feels like you're communicating and you are distancing yourself from previous situations. And I feel like it's because you might have been in kind of a toxic emotional situation with someone. Perhaps they were emotionally manipulative, or if that's not the case, I do feel like some of you are sitting in this energy of maybe kind of being stuck because there's this fear around getting your heart broken, right? So if you're not currently in a relationship and you feel like you've been single forever or something, it does feel like somewhere deep down, and I feel like you're kind of in this space of discovery of this particular fact, is that somewhere deep down there's a fear of getting hurt here. Now for others of you, you are trying to get out of a connection that was emotionally manipulative, draining, and I do feel like you're kind of stepping into this, like, I'm cutting this off, I'm cutting off communication, I'm putting my guard up, I am blocked off. Now, I do feel like there's potentially some contact coming in here, some sort of communication showing up. We've got some pages here. So, for some of you, this could be someone at work sort of wanting to communicate with you, but there's some sort of shift that happens here. Where there's suddenly movement. And that could be towards the end of this week, I feel like, of this first week of May. I might get a little bit more on this Page of Wands here, what this news is. It's like a new door opens. But there's a choice here about whether or not you will move into this next situation. Are we going to cross this bridge into this new experience here? And I feel like it's showing up as a choice because you are kind of sitting in this, I'm protecting myself, like you're guarded up because you're worn out. And so it will be kind of presented to you and you're going to have to choose it, is what I want to say. So if you're kind of waiting for some sort of shift to happen, I would just be mindful of the fact that it seems there might be some communication coming in here, and it feels like new communication to me, like someone new is showing up, some sort of new flirty sort of, or someone sending you a message for sure, and it's like you're somehow presented with a choice here. If you decide not to take it, it's like the rest of this reading doesn't even count, if that makes sense. It's like you have to step into this opportunity for this partner to actually show up and kind of reveal their feelings here. So I hope that makes sense. Let me clarify the rest of this reading. We might go back to that Page of Wands there and try and get some more info. So someone's definitely speaking their truth. We're kind of letting the cat out of the bag here, and you can see on this particular photo that there's a mask down here. So somebody's had hidden feelings for you. So when I say that this is new energy here, it's either someone brand new to you, or you already know them, but you just don't know this. You don't know that they have feelings for you, right as that candle goes out. So Let's find out who this Emperor is. Now, if you're sitting in the Emperor energy, we'll look at this Empress as well. I mean, masculine or feminine, it feels to me like an Emperor is coming in because that is the action-taking energy. It's the masculine, right? So you don't have to be a man or a woman to have this Emperor energy. It's about taking action. So what's this Emperor got to say? Ooh, 3 of Cups. Could be that you're being asked out on a date. This could also be reconciliation energy. And here they come with their pentacle. Like, hey, they're coming to you with a proposal of some kind. Let's go out. Let's get back together. Whatever this is for you, right? Could be dealing with an Aries. We've got Capricorn. Did I already say this? Scorpio, Sagittarius, some Libra, Gemini, some Scorpio again. Could be any sign. That's just what we have so far. Let's look at this Empress. Oh, we have options here. And I feel partly why there's this 7 of Cups showing up here is that I feel like when this person presents you with this, hey, let's go out, or hey, I love you, or whatever this proposal is, you're a little confused at first. You're like, wait, what? And the 6 of Pentacles. I do feel like you're going to kind of question why this person feels this way about you, why they've decided you're the one. There's some confusion here, and I feel like that confusion exists not because you don't like this person or whatever, or that you're not likable, right? It's more because I think it's just this initial surprise that they feel this way, and like you didn't know it before or something. Now, for some of you, if this is reconciliation with that 3 of Cups, it's like you're kind of recognizing that this person has decided to choose you, to put their energy towards you. And that may be because there's been a separation, and at one point this person was giving their energy somewhere else, right? So let's look at this 2 of Cups. We have the 3 of Swords. So this could be, for some of you, someone that has kind of busted up your heart space in the past. Yeah. But they want to heal it. So, sorry to say, folks, I do feel like this is likely a reconciliation situation. If that's not the case, I do see this as being a really healing connection. But you will have to let that guard down, right? So if you're still sort of separating yourself from something toxic from the past, you are gonna have to let this in. It will provide some level of healing to your heart that you've, kind of experienced some damage to in the past. But again, you have to choose this for this to happen. If you put the blocks up and you block this out, you can just ignore the rest of this reading, I feel like. It almost feels like this week and the following week only apply to those who open up for some reason. So let's look at this following week. We've got all this angelic guidance showing up here. These signs, synchronicities. It's like you're trying to have a better understanding of this as well. So you're kind of looking for guidance. You might even be going and listening to more tarot readings about this particular person, trying to really feel this out. Let's look at Temperance. 6 of Wands. Ooh. And the Empress. So I love this because there's this swelling up feeling of success. It's like, it's kind of like, for some of you, I feel like this is something you've waited for a long time. I mean, we have this 9 of Wands here. This land in between. You might have been sitting on that little island for a long time, right? And so as it shows up, as it comes in, there's like this renewed sense of trust in the universe. It's like you recognize that you have been being guided this whole time. You've been supported. It was gonna happen. And now that it's showing up, you're like, ah, I don't know like how best to describe it, but it's like this renewal of faith. So I like that. With the Death card, we have the Seven of Wands. Oh, yes. Like you fought long and hard for this. And we have the Tower. It feels to me like suddenly, like any any walls that you had up, it's like they're crashing down. Like there's no, I'm trying to think of how to describe this. It's like it pulls the wind right out of your sails, but not in a bad way. I feel like you've been in this position, this perseverance, this maybe stuck energy for a long time, for some of you. And because it's been such a long time, and you've waited so long, when it does show up and you have this renewed sense of faith, it's kind of like this huge sigh of relief. And it's also like kind of, I also feel like there's this huge realization that you have with this Tower here, that it's like you really fought hard for this this transformation to happen. So especially for those of you dealing with a reconciliation here, and I do feel like that's a strong percentage of those watching, this is something you fought so long and hard for. It's here, and now it's like this huge sigh of relief, this like exhale. But you're also recognizing just how big of a badass you are. So like there's like this, I like did this. I did this. Now, like, while of course you were not alone, you were, being guided, you were having support from your spirit team, that kind of thing. Like, ultimately, I feel like they want you to understand that the reason this came about was because you manifested this and you worked on it. And you worked on it and you worked on it and you worked on it. And even at the point where your faith was like totally tapped out, it's showing up here. And there's like this huge relief. I love this. Page of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. So there's communication happening quite a bit here. Between you and this person. Nine of Pentacles. I do feel like there's a new understanding between you and this person. If this is someone you're reconciling with, I feel like you're having conversations about where you're at right now, as far as like, I'm independent, I've done this. You're talking about your accomplishments. You are learning about what's been going on with this person since you separated, especially if you have not been speaking. Now, for some of you, I do feel like that's the case. Like, there was not even communication happening for a period of time. So I feel like that you're playing kind of catch up here. But I also feel like you're learning about how this situation that happened helped you to step into this very independent, self-sufficient energy. It almost like prepared you for this to finally come to fruition. If this is someone new, I do feel like there's communication happening here where you're talking about where you're at in your life right now. I do feel like there's a little bit of hesitation. If this is something new for you, if this is a new person, or this is a new revelation of feelings that you weren't expecting, you will be kind of talking about and seeking information from this person, because you're independent and like coming together in a connection with this person there needs to be some boundaries set in a new relationship, if that makes sense. So you're having those conversations. You're like, well, I've been single and this is what I do and I don't want that to get interrupted or what have you. But I really do feel like even if you have those hesitations, those walls are coming down. And not to say that you won't have any boundaries, right? It's more like if you've got the wall of China up, it's going to come down and you'll just have boundaries. It won't be like impenetrable, right? There's like a happy medium between having walls and boundaries, right? So I do feel that. I also feel like this is you communicating that you're demanding that things change. So if this is someone from the past, it absolutely has to be different for this to ever happen. Wow. So that was intense there. Let's go ahead and quickly look at this Page of Wands here and see what sort of information might be coming in this past week. What is this Page of Wands communicating here about this Two of Pentacles, or how is this impacting you needing to make a decision? What does this Page of Wands have to say? We have the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. So if this person was involved in a third party, that has now been eliminated. And I do feel like that could be part of what's being communicated here. For those of you that are dealing with a reconciliation type situation, they have removed third party energy. There is no longer a third party for you to be concerned about, and they are saying, I've chosen you. So that has come to an end. For some of you, you could be dealing with a fire sign, particularly a Leo. I also feel like they're kind of coming forward and they're talking about, it's almost like there's an admittance, a confession here about a fear of rejection. It's like they want to talk to you and they want to open this door, but I almost feel like they tell you, I want to tell you this, I'm really attracted to you, but I'm terrified that you're going to shut me down. So it's kind of like they're being really open and vulnerable here. And that could be whether they're new or someone from the past or whatever. It's kind of like that's how they sort of approach you. Like, hey, I'm really attracted to you. Would you consider going out with me? Can we go on a date or whatever, right? Can we open this possibility? Can we have a potentially romantic connection? And I think they're going to say, I'm really scared to talk to you about this, but I got to. It's like I'm drawn to you. I have to say this. That's kind of what I'm feeling here with this Page of Wands. And it feels like they just kind of dip their toe in. Because it's showing up as a Page of Wands here, this could be just like a quick email or a text or something. But, I mean, you're dealing with an Emperor here. It's just, when it's showing up as the Page here, I just feel like it's a quick message or text or email or, hey, it's like this real tentative, sort of almost timid approach. And I feel like they're behaving that way because they are so drawn to you. I do feel like they've probably held in this truth for some time, these feelings that they have. And it's to the point where they can no longer handle it. They have to say something. Because the strength of the magnetism to you is just too strong. They can't fight it anymore. They have to tell you how they feel. Whether that's a new person or an old person that you're dealing with here. Again, if this is a reconciliation, and for a lot of you it is, they're specifically saying that, but they are also saying that third party is gone. That I'm not seeing anyone, I'm not with anyone, that has ended, and will you take me back, kind of thing. So I hope that was helpful, Taurus. Pretty intense. Whew. And I will see you next week. We'll see what's going on next week. Again, check out your other placements. Hit that like button. Comment down below if this is your reading. If it is, it's pretty spicy. I will see you next time. Bye.